So dears, after finishing the basic elements, we are stepping into the coloring, and now we have to learn about the orientation and medium for this session. Okay, so let's discuss the orientation of a canvas or a frame or the paper you are drawing. Okay, I think most of you already know about this landscape mode and portrait mode. Okay, so if you have a paper or canvas to draw, and if you keep it in this way, like more lengthy here and short height here, in this way it is called a landscape mode. And if you keep it like this way with more height and less width, this is called a portrait mode. So just keep it in mind. In many drawings we need this orientation, and we know what to make, especially in sceneries and landscape drawings. We use this landscape mode because we need it in a wide area. And if we are focusing on an object, like maybe if we are drawing a single tree or anything, or the portrait of a person, like just the face of a person, it will be better if you keep your canvas in portrait mode. So according to the picture you are drawing, you need to choose a landscape mode or portrait mode is better. Okay, so now we will step into the coloring. So the coloring, we have to see the materials used for coloring. As you know, there are different materials or mediums, we call mediums for coloring, and I'll introduce you, or you already know, the main basic three mediums, that is one crayon and a color pencils and then the sketch pen. So these three mediums we are planning to focus in this session. Okay, so let's start with the crayons now. And we have to understand, whatever medium you are using, we have to need the basics of the strokes and direction. Okay, strokes means any mark which you are putting on the drawing with your coloring material. Okay, or even the pen or pencil, everything is a stroke. So the stroke and its direction is important, so we can see that by doing some boxes. Okay, so I made a wide box and then a lengthy box, and then I made a circle also. So now we can see how we are going to fill this. Okay, so this wide box is also for the, like, any wide areas. Wide areas, by wide areas I mean like sky or sea, that kind of wide landscapes or grass areas, these kind of areas. It will be nice if you do coloring in horizontal strokes. You can see I'm coloring from left to right. And the edges, when it comes to the edges, you can color it in like this in a circular way, or simply you can fill that area also with short horizontal strokes. Okay, so this is one direction strokes. This is called one direction strokes. Okay, because we are coloring it in horizontally only. And after this, and the basic rule, you shouldn't leave any white spaces and should not go out. Try to keep coloring inside the box only. Outside the box you can color when you get a total idea about what you are doing, then you can do that. Okay, and once you finish it, like if you completely filled and make sure, then you can just do it in any direction to fill any silly white spaces and all. Okay, so now we are doing it in the vertical strokes. For vertical strokes we have to do it up and down. Okay, like this. And also and yes, for the circular directions we have to fill like this way. Okay, you can also fill like in circular way, and also you can use slanting directions also, or horizontal also, or even vertical also fine. Okay, so basically what we mean is when you are filling some area, you have to fill it in one direction. Okay, either horizontally or vertically or slanting or even in circular direction. So this is what is called one direction stroke or one direction painting. I mean one direction coloring. So you can do that. And also another thing you need to notice while coloring is the pressure of your hands. Okay, if you apply very little pressure to your hands or draw very lightly, you can get the light color of the same light shade of the same color, and if you put more pressure you can get the darker color also. So by applying pressure you can do vary the light and darker shades of the same color. Okay, so like this you can do within one picture itself. If you put more pressure for the outer part of the circle, and inside if you put lower pressure on your hands, there's a change in that also. Okay, you can see the color change in that also, and you can get that gradient effect, you know, that gradual change in colors also you can see. Okay, so that is another technique to use in crayons. Rest we can do while coloring, and all the techniques and tips we'll be sharing while doing each picture. And when we are doing coloring with this crayons, these residues will come, right? So just don't wipe it out, like don't use your hand and wipe like this. Okay, don't do that. Instead you can blow off that better, because usually this crayons are of wax and it can spread again on the paper. That's why. So now we will shift to the color pencils. That's the next material or the medium, and again we are repeating the same process: a wide box and a lengthy box and a circular section. Okay, so again we will be doing with a color pencil in this way, and the way of holding is little bit different. The when you are holding a color pencil, see, you need to hold, don't hold it like this way while like writing. Okay, hold it a bit up and do, then you will be able to do it more slanting. And don't put too much pressure also on the tip or it will break. So just do it slowly and repeatedly do. If you put too much pressure, your hands will get tired fastly. So what you have to do is put light pressure, but do repeatedly over and over in same place until all the white spaces and stroke marks are completely gone. Okay, so just like crayons, here also we are applying left to right or right to left, and also the edges are filling with circular strokes. The vertical strokes are coloring up to down or down to up, like this way. And for those who found it difficult to color it up to down, actually I am more comfortable with horizontal strokes. At such times you can just keep your paper in portrait mode to keep that space in horizontal strokes and do it horizontally. Okay, so like that also we can fill that area. Now the circular coloring also same like what we For color pencil also, you have to do it just like crayons. If you put more pressure, you will get darker shade, and if you put less pressure, you will get the lighter tone of the same color. Okay, so accordingly you can do and fill the areas. So practice makes you perfect. Another basic thing in color pencil is if you want to mix two colors, like I'll just put some dark pink here. You can see I'm coloring it horizontally, and I'll be using some light pink next. So I will be starting from inside of the dark pink. Now you can see it's like a gradual change. You can see the gradient starting from light green to slowly becoming dark. Like that you can do just by starting from the inside also. Okay, always when you're shading or something, always start like this. And finally now we will switch to the sketch pens, and it's quite easy because sketch pens I prefer not to color with sketch pens. Always use it for outlinings, and you can, especially when you want to outline for color pencil drawings, it will be better if you outline with that color sketch pens. So try some drawings like that. If you are drawing an apple, outline that apple with red color and the leaves with green color and that stalk with brown color, and then fill it with color pencil. Like that we can try. Okay, so I'm just showing it a blue color circle. So this way we will get more nice pictures that always not need to fill and outline with black color only. Okay, and see, like this we can do line drawings basically, because the tip of the sketch pens are used for sketching basically. So sometimes you can color also, but better use brush pens for coloring. If you like to color with sketch pens, you can switch to brush pens for that. But in case if you want to color, you again follow this horizontal strokes like this, color horizontally or vertically, or even diagonally, but never try to fill any sections randomly like scribbling. Okay, that is really bad. Like this, if you do like scribbling, it's really not good to fill, because a lot of white spaces will come and it will not be a nice idea. So that's it. So that's, let's wind up this also. If you got any doubts, send me on WhatsApp and we will see you.